Hi everyone, my name is Fortino Acosta, PhD candidate in environmental engineering. First of all, I would like to thank Graduate and Professional Student Association for inviting me to this research forum. Today I will present an interdisciplinary project that I worked last year and I was published in Land Journal. The name is Memorial Parking Trees, Resilient Modular Design with Nature-Based Solutions in Vulnerable Urban Areas. The objective for this project was to explore how a modular site-specific nature-based solution adapts to complex and contrasting urban environmental justice realities. For this article, I introduced the concept parking trees as one of those nature-based solutions, and it consists in urban street trees plus the bioswale that are allocated in parking spaces in secondary roads. Nature-based solutions are defined as the set of actions to protect, manage, and restore natural or modified ecosystems that address challenges effectively, providing human well-being and biodiversity benefits. As I mentioned, the nature-based solution that I'm proposing is the parking tree. Why to include that? Vegetation has a lot of benefits. And also is multifunctional. It can improve health, investment, stormwater management, biodiversity, cooling our cities, filtering our air. And the proposal is using these street trees plus bioswale in spaces that were utilized by vehicles in our streets by doing urban green infill to maximize tree cover in the city. In order to see if this nature-based solution is feasible to implement in existing cities, Stephen Haroon, that is my mentor for this article, and myself took 3 case studies, Los Angeles, London, and Rio de Janeiro. The 3 of them have a population of 18 million people, and they're very diverse. At the same time, they're vulnerable, as we can see in the following slide. We use geographic information systems for mapping social indicators as house income, health access, and also environmental indicators that show us what neighborhoods are in risk by flood-prone areas, air pollution, and extreme heat island effect. By doing this mapping, we found out some of the most vulnerable neighborhoods in each city. For example, Panorama City in Los Angeles with 70,000 people, Stonebridge, London, with 17, and Pavuna in Rio de Janeiro with 120,000 people. And see how different are the patterns, the urban patterns, how completely adds the contrast to see if the nature resolution that we're going to apply works. Here is the parking trees criteria that we proposed in order to do it systematically. First one, we decided to choose secondary streets and no roads or alleys in order to not have any modification in existing circulation. Second one, do not obstruct garages. Third one, do not choose places with existing trees. Fourth one, do not obstruct ramps or access to hydrants. Fifth, do not select spaces with sewer holes. Sixth, selected spaces should have a separation of 2 vehicle spaces between them so the canopy can grow. And 7, spaces with some conflicts such as electric and wire and lamp posts are not included. So these 7 points are the ones that they have to have to accomplish all of them in order to accommodate one parking tree in the road. By using these 7-point criteria, we started mapping those subutilized spaces used for parking. For example, in Panorama City, we found out 1,501 spaces for parking trees. In London, in Stonebridge, 493 spaces. And in Pavuna, Rio de Janeiro, 1,904 spaces. In total, there are around 4,000 spaces for parking trees that can really modify reality in those neighborhoods. We're aware that trees are not the only components that move us out from a vulnerable situation. That's why we decided to include this 15-minute city analysis and see walkability help us to improve quality of life in these neighborhoods. Each of these 15-minute circles that you can see in these maps has a center in places that we visit often, as parks, supermarkets, train stations, bus stops, schools, and so on. And if we can see an area that is more like dark purple, it means that it's an area that is better connected. And lighter colors are the ones that are less. And we can see that there are sites that are not helping us, as industrial parks, irregular settlements, or malls, to have these better connections with the rest of the city. As we can see, parking trees and walkability can help us to reshape these urban settlements. Other conclusions are that nature-based solutions require coordinations in order to improve socio-environmental conditions. Second one is that parking trees are one of the minimal expression of these nature-based solutions. However, it accomplishes the IUCN standards. Further research, we would like to know the numbers, to quantify the benefits of these interventions. I would like to express my gratitude to Marco, Mayra, Jorge, and Brian that help us to give the final shape of this nature-based solution, to Megan that helped us with the grading, to GPSA members, College of Engineering and School of Architecture that help us with the funding of this research. And thank you for attending this presentation. If you have any questions about this, you can write me there in this email. Bye-bye.